Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. The 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Acknowledge us. Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with the Bros here. Never mind that crap back there behind me. I gotta fix that stuff up. I didn't get a chance to get it. I know it's gonna be in the shot. Nevertheless, hold on. This is not my bedroom. This is actually like my man cave / my oldest son's room. And yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it later. But nevertheless, welcome to another episode of Wrestling with the Bros alongside James, Fair, Chris. Hope you guys are having a great week. Make sure you follow us at WWTV 2024 on X, Twitter, whatever you call it. Also, shout out to our wonderful executive producer, Smitty, who's hiding in the back somewhere doing something. I'm not sure what he's doing. Fella, how was your weekend? I know you guys enjoyed the Super Bowl for what it was. Did you?
No. I didn't watch a damn thing.
You know what? I watched it because I was over at my sister-in-law and brother-in-law's house because my sister-in-law's mother had a birthday party. So we were over there celebrating that. And in all honesty, like, if you like defense, this was your Super Bowl. If you are a defensive nut, this was your Super Bowl.
I mean, I watched the second half. The second half, I think I watched like maybe a quarter, and then I watched the second half. The second half was much better than the first quarter than I watched because there was just straight up field goals. But yeah, man, I like a hard hitting defensive game. So if I would have actually watched it, maybe I'd have liked it. But I did not watch that Super Bowl in its totality, nor the halftime show. So if you call it and thinking we gonna say something about that, I don't know. I didn't watch it. So
the halftime show wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. You know, it didn't bother me one bit. I know there are a ton of people who were talking about how they felt he was anti-American, even though he is American, because Puerto Rico is part of America. It's a territory.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I learned that in 5th grade, bro.
Yeah, it's just something that's we're not going to get into politics, but I mean, honestly, politics plays a part in a lot of things that we do today. So, yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It was definitely it was a vibe, man. And here's the crazy part. How many times have we heard music like the Macarena or Despacito or hell, even Jamaican dance hall songs? Hell, James Brown for that matter. And we didn't understand a damn thing he was saying. You know, so
right.
You know,
yeah. So I don't. Like nobody knows what Michael Jackson was really saying. Like "Mama say, Mama sa, ma." What would he say? Nobody really knows.
Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa.
Yeah, and then some people say it says "Mama say not to stop, so I'm not gonna stop." See, it's just a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. Nobody knows what people say.
It didn't bother me not one bit. I enjoyed it. Shout out to the dancers, those Latino female dancers, those Latinas. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, it's on YouTube. Go check it out.
Yeah.
James, you want to go and chime in on the Super Bowl?
I watched the whole thing. My friend has a Super Bowl party every year at his house, so we all go over there and watch the game. I watched every quarter. Um, I was a touchdown grand. I was a touchdown short of $6,000.
Oh,
So
I'd,
I'm not.
oh yeah, I'd have been
Yep,
sick.
I'm not happy
I'd have
about
been,
that.
Who's touchdown?
Well, I had Hunter Henry to score anytime.
Oh, because he
And
does score every game with them.
yes, so I had Hunter Henry to score a touchdown, and he did not score. So there went that. It was 200 to win 6,000. So that kind of went down the wayside. I enjoyed the game for the most part. I know it was kind of boring. I do. It's weird. I enjoy high scoring regular season games. I enjoy low scoring playoff games. So, I did enjoy it for the most part. I wish they would have given the Super Bowl MVP to a kicker. I feel like that would have been hilarious.
yeah.
So I was kind of hoping that Jason Myers won the MVP because I would love to see people's reactions of a kicker winning a Super Bowl MVP. But up here it was cold. Cold. It was negative 15 all day Saturday. All day Saturday it was negative 15. I got my hair cut on Saturday too, mind you. And I went bald for the first time ever.
Yeah, your head was mad as shit.
And I was not. I knew it was cold. I knew it was cold, and I took my hat off, and my head was like, "What are you doing, man? I'm not used to this." I felt the steam
Your head
come off
was
my head.
angry at you, bro.
Yeah. No, it was not fun. It was cold. It was way too cold out. But I just made it work. I just watched TV Saturday. Just got ready for the game Sunday, and that's basically it.
Yo, your head's been itching for no reason since Saturday.
No, it's actually been fine. Believe it or not. It's been fine.
Yo, man, hold on. It was cold as hell. It was actually warm. It was slightly warm here a little bit. It was like in the mid 30s. So
Yeah.
He said it was slightly warm. It was.
Yeah, I mean, for Illinois and Chicago, I mean, January and February is like cold.
I feel so bad for y'all. It was like,
gentlemen, don't forget where you come from, okay? Don't forget where you come from.
I'm gonna forget the shit out of the winter.
And today,
out of the winter.
And today, it actually hit 40 degrees for the first time in like 3 weeks. So
yeah, it's been like
I threw my sword. I opened up my pool. I said, "We're going swimming today, baby."
This dude's wild.
We're going swimming. 40 degrees, we're going swimming. Compared to what it has been, it feels like the summertime out there right now.
This man said we're going swimming.
God bless you.
Yeah,
we're going streaking.
Yeah, well, I'm obviously kidding. The pool has been closed since October.
No, you weren't. You wouldn't.
I am absolutely kidding.
You went in there with a full beer and some Tony Soprano swim trunks.
Nah,
went right in there.
That ain't me. Nope.
But no, I actually like I said, I had no problem with the Super Bowl. It wasn't the greatest, no, but I picked Seattle to win. I actually tweeted it out that they would win 30-17. I was kind of close. I think it was 29-13. So I
don't give a damn. Yeah. All I know is I won $500.
I didn't win nothing, so I lost in all my squares.
That was a fucking touchdown short of $6,000.
I tried to put one of those big parlays. I had like a 12-teamer. That shit failed on like just it just failed.
Yeah,
here's an interesting stat. I saw this. The Seahawks are the first team ever in postseason history to win a championship without committing a turnover the entire playoff run. That's insane.
That's fine. Hey man, that defense is it does exactly what it needs to do to each opponent if you pay attention to the games. That defense is young too, so it ain't going nowhere.
It's very well coached, and I think Mike McDonald is the inverse to what Sean McVay was to the NFL when he was first head coach. He's a defensive Sean McVay. I have a feeling anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think the other thing is too is before we get into obviously get into wrestling, talking football and whatever. I feel like his ability to completely not nullify, but to kind of slow down a Shanahan offense is very important, and he does it at a very well clip. And even the McVay defense and offense, he kind of knows what he does against that too. It's the little tricks and techniques he figures out for it. It works. I'm jealous. Hopefully Christian Parker can do that for Dallas.
Hope so too.
Yeah,
Hope so
hope so.
too. Just heads up, fellas. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Super Bowl next year is in LA. ESPN is broadcasting the Super Bowl, which is the first, I think, ever for the Super Bowl to be on cable. Because
No,
it's usually
it'll be on ABC too. It'll be on ABC.
ABC. Okay, but I mean, still the fact
It'll be
it's
on
going to be
both
on
channels
ESPN,
though.
and it's on Valentine's Day. So, fellas, prepare. Yeah, it's on Valentine's Day next year, and it's President's Day the day
Well,
after.
I mean, if the Cowboys not in it, then it don't affect me at all. But if the Cowboys,
If the Cowboys are in it, then I'm telling my wife, hey, we'll do something the following week or the week before.
Do it Saturday.
Day before.
Do it Saturday. Do it Saturday.
Yeah.
It's still technically it's Valentine's Eve. Okay, you can get away with it that day.
There you go. There you go. Everybody, we're helping you out there. We're getting you ready for the Super Bowl next year.
Yep, just be like, leave me the fuck alone tomorrow. But you got Friday and Saturday. You got to give it 2 days. You got to give it Friday. And you got to give it Friday night. And you give it Saturday all day. Then you good.
I'll tell you this: a lot of those weak relationships that I amend. We'll see what happens on that day. Oh yeah, we're gonna find out how strong that relationship really is.
Yeah, a lot of breakups next year, boy.
Oh yeah,
a lot of divorces. The NFL is cruel. They should have did that. That's fucked up.
And speaking of finding out how strong certain things are, we're about to see how strong WWE creative is here in the next coming months, because Bron Breaker is going to be out. According to reports, he's going to be out. He just had surgery on a hernia. And he's going to be out for quite some time. Apparently, he heard it not this past Raw. I believe it was the Raw before he heard it.
Whenever he crashed out.
Yeah, whenever he crashed out. Oh, so it was the Raw after Rumble. It was the Raw after Rumble there.
In Philly. Yeah,
in Philly. And he got hurt. He had surgery on a hernia. And now he is going to be out. I see reports 12 weeks. Maybe 6. Also, I've seen some reports saying 6 months. However long he's going to be out for quite some time. And he was really hitting his stride at this point. The injury bug is kind of hitting WWE a little bit. We just got back Liv Morgan. Now, apparently, Roxanne Perez, she's also going to be out too for some time. She posted something on her Instagram saying some get well stuff from the Judgment Day or whatever. I guess she has some facial injuries or something like that. So
I thought she was sick.
Oh, sick? Okay, maybe she was sick. I'm not sure. I thought she got hurt. Okay, she was sick. But my question to you guys, and James, I'll start with you. How much does this hurt WWE at all? And what do you think will be the pivot for creative moving forward now that Bron Breakker could be out potentially? We were talking about this right before we started recording. You're saying you don't see him coming back in the summer.
Summertime, maybe SummerSlam. I don't see him.
And that's a huge maybe. But James, go ahead, man.
So this is probably the worst thing possibly to happen to the company. If you lost one of your, for the time being, hold on,
Fair, before you jump off the edge here. Let's hear what the man has to say.
Okay, this is one of the worst things for them creatively to happen to them in a long time, because he's such a big piece of what the future was going to be with the Seth Rollins storyline. Because there's rumors about him coming back for WrestleMania now. So obviously, that was coming down the pipeline. That was obviously going to be a big match for him. I feel like this kind of leaves the vision kind of split into multiple different ways now. I don't know necessarily what you do with them, because you can say, okay, well, we have Logan and we have Jake Paul. Like, maybe there's rumors about him coming. So maybe you can do something with that. Do you do a Bronson Reed and LA Knight match at WrestleMania? Maybe, because Bron Breaker's not around, so I guess Bronson Reed is the next big dog for them. So we should have that. I feel like the Austin Theory reveal is going to be probably pushed back, because we all believe he's a double agent. So I would imagine now with Breaker being held out for a couple months or whatever the case may be. I would imagine it probably gets pushed back a little bit well into like maybe May, maybe June-ish, kind of somewhere around there. But I think it's a big loss for the company because clearly he was one of the bigger stars on Monday Night Raw. And the fact that he's not going to be there now with the Vision being a centerpiece of the story, it kind of just hurts the story for them. I think it's a pretty big wrench, to be honest with you, for them. But,
No, I agree. Definitely a big wrench as far as creative plans. You can tell he was lined up for something big at WrestleMania. As far as what the pivot is, I don't think there's necessarily needs to be a pivot. Nothing started yet, really. So you switch it over to whoever. If it is Seth, I can easily see him going with Logan. Just switch it up. Really, I don't really see nothing changing. I think it goes to the next biggest star. LA Knight and Bronson Reed, I thought was always going to be a Mania match or a match somewhere down the line, just because. I mean, he took him out. So I think that's what I said last week, that LA Knight was going to kind of run through the Vision, minus Logan Paul. But yeah, I think you just switch it to Paul, give him the ball in that group, so to speak. That's the pivot or the change of direction. I probably want to call it. That's the same thing, though. That was funny. But yeah, like I think you just give it to Logan Paul and let him shine.
yeah, I mean, it will be good too for Logan because I feel like he's the best athlete of the group. He's probably the best person on the mic in the group that's a wrestler, not Paul Heyman. I feel like maybe you can kind of create the story around him a little bit to an extent because he was in the final 3 last year of the Rumble. He was in the final 4 this year for the Rumble. Clearly, they think very highly of him, regardless of how polarizing he is to people outside that watch the business and stuff. So I would imagine they'll give him a little bit of a test run to see what he can do. And if that's the case, maybe I wouldn't be surprised if like Theory, if it is Theory versus Logan, if it is Logan versus Seth at WrestleMania, just as like a fill-in spot, maybe then you get the Austin Theory turn, because I think the Vision stuff is clearly cursed, and I think that they need to kind of get this out before it gets a little too late.
I don't get where the theory is the theory. I really have to say that. I don't get where the theory is coming from. I mean, Theory was literally attacked on Monday Night Raw, so I don't get why people are trying to still force that. I don't get that part. It's a person that is trying to play Seth Rollins, so Seth Rollins can come out at WrestleMania. I don't think it's actually Seth. I just think it's somebody supposed to be Seth, but we're just going to call it Seth for kayfabe reasons. But it's Seth, and to be honest with you, if you're going to let Logan run, I understand giving Seth Logan, and that'll be a big marquee match. But fuck, let Logan Paul be in the Elimination Chamber. And if you want to tie it in that way, as far as Seth costing him the match, maybe cool. But I would put Logan in the Elimination Chamber. I would also put Bronson Reed in the Elimination Chamber. And I think you got your match right there. You got a whole bunch of storylines intersecting. A couple dudes from SmackDown know each other from Raw. Like it gives it all. Jay's probably going to be in there somewhere. Don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I think I just like as you were talking, I just visioned something. What wouldn't you? I would love for Logan to go against Drew. I would love for Logan to go against Drew. They already have the partner. They're tag team partners. They got a little chemistry. I think Logan versus Drew, and then you can have Seth not have a match maybe, and just cost Logan the championship, and you can start a feud through the summer when he's more healthy. Like I think there's a lot of ways you can go with that. I don't think it's even a big. Not that they didn't lose a big guy, but I think that the creative is easier than people think.
You don't think WWE lost a big guy in the sense of you don't think Bron Breaker was important piece, or you think it's because like
No, I just
it's an
think they
easy thing.
have a dude in Logan Paul in the group that can handle that. So I don't think it's like, yeah, it's fuck. You lost Bron Breaker and like an ascending star, but you got Logan Paul there, a heat magnet. So it really just creative wise. Not saying that the talent isn't necessary. I'm just saying creative wise, bro. You can put your stock in Logan. I think you're just fine.
I mean, I don't think that's a wrong answer, but I think you just need one of them in there to tell you the truth. I don't think you need both. I think I'd rather see Logan Paul in there because at least you get some kind of athleticism in there. And Randy's in the chamber already, right? So obviously him and Randy have history. LA Knight and him have history. So at least you get him in there. I don't know what happens on Friday with the Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and Jacob Fatu qualifier because that's pretty interesting. I don't know who would win that one, but
I think it's Sammy.
That'd be crazy.
That would be biggest.
I think it's set up for Sammy. I think it's set up for Sammy to benefit somebody interfering or somebody doing something. Jacob doing something crazy, like
yeah. Like I could see like Sammy being in there because you don't want to have Cody or Jacob take a pin. I feel like at this point, so I could definitely see Sammy being the odd man in at that point. You know,
but I'm telling you, I can see a world where it'll be Jacob Cody as a singles match at Mania. I get Logan Paul versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championships. That is a match well enough with a person that has star power that'll probably be a main event quality match. It's something the women don't, come up with something better. I don't admit that, but that just I already had LA Knight booked with Bronson Reed, but that's the part where I don't like it because if I really had my pick of it, I would want to have Logan Paul versus LA Knight, but then you already did that at SummerSlam a couple of years ago. So how does that work? Like it just, I don't know. Like I just don't want to give LA Knight Bronson Reed. I feel like he's bigger than that. That's really.
I agree, but I also
no disrespect to Bronson Reed, by the way. No disrespect.
Nah, we know. I think like as long as they don't put themselves into a corner, because I feel like sometimes when they book these shows, I feel like they put themselves in that corner where it's like it's very dependent on what happens on Friday. Now, we're all in unison that Sammy wins, right? I have a hard time seeing because I feel like logically it's the only choice that would make sense, right? Like Cody's not going to take a pin on SmackDown. I'd be shocked if it did. Jacob is same thing. Are you going to let him take a pin at this point? Like, are you going to?
It depends on who's the interferer. I think if you let Drew kind of lay them both out, I think it'll save it.
Yeah, and I guess whichever one Sammy crawls over and picks up the win with, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I would say pin Cody. Cody's bulletproof. What do you like?
Cody I know he can. I just it'd be a weird kind of thing.
The dude that you want to protect in that situation, in my opinion, is Jacob. He's the new guy. Cody has credibility already, and he's already woven into the universe. We're trying to get Jacob there. So I would keep the pin over Jacob, to be honest.
I wouldn't be opposed to seeing LA Knight win the chamber either. I mean, I have the shirt on right now. Whose game is it? With everybody saying.
Yeet.
But I'm gonna say this right now on this podcast. It's 24-33 on the thing right now. If Jey Uso's in the Rumble, if Jey Uso's in the chamber and he runs it back in the chamber, I'm canceling my ESPN Plus.
Cancel it. Cancel it right now.
Cancel my ESPN Plus.
Cancel it right
I will
now.
cancel it because I am sick of
Cancel it right now.
Okay? I am sick
Cancel
of
it right now.
I'm sick of it.
He's doing it twice.
I have a feeling he's going to do it. I have a
Doing
feeling
it
he's gonna do
twice.
I'm canceling it. I'm
doing
done with it.
Twice.
I'm done. Yeah, I'll cancel
Twice.
it 3 times if I have to. God, I'm sick of that shit. But anyway,
Crowd's
no,
not,
so
baby.
I would, yeah, well, it is what it is. But I would like to see LA Knight win that chamber, but we'll see. And even even on Monday, the match next Monday is Javon Evans, Dom, and Gunther. Like,
Forgot about that match. Yeah, Gunther's winning that for sure.
I don't think so. I think Javon Evans wins. Because hear me out. Are you going to put Gunther in a match against Drew McIntyre?
Yeah.
Think about it. It sounds good on paper, right? It does. I don't want Gunther involved with Drew McIntyre at all right now.
I'm starting to feel that the and I strayed way off topic, but I know they announced Brock. I think in 2 weeks, the week after next, right? In 2 weeks in Atlanta.
Yeah, he's in Atlanta 1 week from Monday.
Yeah, I wanted to do the Oba Brock thing, but I would much rather Oba versus Brock in Minnesota. I would much rather that. And then I would much rather Oba face Gunther at WrestleMania. Let him get that win off. Now that'll catapult him. But that's just my bias.
You guys hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got a phone call, but I feel like they need to keep. I feel like they need to, not that they need to keep Gunther out of the main event picture, but I think Gunther needs to step away from the World Championship picture, just for this time being. And I would rather see Javon Evans in that moment, because I feel like he could do something crazy in the chamber. He's already athletic enough to do something, so you might as well put him in there to see what it looks like, right? And I think he might not be on that level of Obafemi in terms of like star power or whatever. But I just think for him it would be a cool like addition, because him and Logan in the same ring, I think they're very equally like athletic as each other. So it'd be interesting to see what they can do in the ring. You know, I think the style would kind of fit a little bit better with certain guys in there. If Gunther's in there, who's really pinning Gunther? You know, like it's almost like one of those things where it's like Gunther hasn't really been pinned, and when he does, who's going to pin him out of those? Randy Orton? Like, that's probably the best one. But again, are you going to have Orton pin Randy? Are you going to have Orton pin Gunther in the chamber? Like, it's like, what do you do there? You know?
I mean, you could have him pin him, but I don't know if that's viable. Yeah, I'll probably keep Gunther out too. Then that makes more sense. I don't know if I put Javon in there though. If I put anybody in there, it'd be Dom.
I see. That's the thing. I think I don't want Dom in there either. I feel like Dom has to lose the Intercontinental Championship at some point. I'd rather him lose it sooner than later. I'm over. Look,
well, he's not gonna defend it at the Elimination Chamber. So
I'm a fan of his, right? But I'm sorry, he needs to drop that Intercontinental title. It's just sitting there. It's just stagnant. There's no relevance towards it. Almost like he held it from April to November, and he won it back on Thanksgiving weekend, right? And now he's holding it until probably WrestleMania. But again, you went a year with him as champion. Besides 2 weeks, you basically went a year with him as champion, and he defended the title maybe 5 times. Like, it's like,
yeah, but the problem is the division, or I don't like calling it division. The card around the Intercontinental title is nobody to take it other than Finn Balor, which that's why I believe that's probably going. But then again, you don't need to do that match until WrestleMania. So I think him being hurt kind of messed a lot of stuff up presentation wise for him. Like, if you think about it, bro, like WWE in 2025 and now 2026, early part of it, they have been hit with the injury bug.
They have. Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah, they have. It's a shame because this is the time of the year when you'd rather have everybody kind of healthy and
Right.
to finish
It's
stories. But
right.
obviously, you're hitting that point in which it's like, well, shit. Breaker's hurt. Rollins is hurt. Our other main event guy's a part timer. So you have that going for you, right? At least he's gracing us with his presence the entire month of March. So at least I give him that. So
Listen,
yeah,
worry about your roster and getting over, and let us be over here, we over here.
He's saying
Okay?
us. He's saying us.
Understand? Let us do us, and y'all be over there. Okay, okay.
What's
We
with
over
the,
here
what's
with
with this
the
us?
with the sushi and the steak. The Kobe beef. Like what I mean. We over here.
Kobe
You know what I mean?
beef.
Yeah, Kobe beef. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'll take my pizzas. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
Still be moving for me.
Nice Kobe ribeye. That's how we do over here. Y'all go over there. Y'all. When we take the little three weeks off, get over. Just stop crying. Okay. All right. Go ahead with the rest of the show.
Yeah. So.
Oh man. No. Hey, prayers up to Bron Breaker, man. Hopefully he heals soon, man, and he can get back soon, man, because he definitely was going to be a huge factor in this WrestleMania season as far as the storyline. Uh, excuse me. LA Knight, as you guys mentioned, he qualified for the men's elimination chamber. He beat Penta and Austin Theory. The mask, man, I was literally like, there was a theory going out, pardon the pun, but there was a theory going out that a lot of people thought Logan Paul was the masked man. Well, I think that canceled it because when the dude came back, Logan Paul and Bronson Reed and I forgot who else came flying after him, whatever. So Logan Paul is out of the question. Of
It
being
wasn't
the mystery
Austin
man.
Theory because he put
Yeah.
Austin Theory's head in the goddamn mat. So
Exactly. So it wasn't Austin Theory at all. Rhea Ripley, you kind of know that she's going to be in the chamber match. She's definitely not saying she's going to win, that she needs the belt, but she's going to be a contender, and she's going to challenge for the belt. Were you guys surprised about AJ Styles coming back, or was it kind of like you knew it, or what?
AJ Lee.
AJ Lee, I'm sorry, AJ Lee. I'm not Styles. Not Styles. AJ Lee.
Gender profiling over here.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
No, I don't think it's much of a surprise because I feel like they've been kind of hinting at that for the past couple of months. It makes sense. It's in Chicago. Obviously that's where she's from, by way of New Jersey. So it would make sense to kind of have her have a match there. But I ultimately believe that feud ends at WrestleMania, and I think that they give AJ another WrestleMania moment because I think her last WrestleMania was a tag match with Paige, I believe, against the Bella Twins. If I'm not mistaken. I think it was WrestleMania 31. So at least you give her like a one-on-one kind of match, to say welcome back, and at least, give her like a championship to run around with. But again, it's the same way how I feel about it with everything else. Is she going to be there with the belt? Because she's not. It's a cool thing. It's a cool moment. But are you going to be there 2 times a month on Mondays? Because at least I feel like if you have a mid-card championship of that, you want to at least keep it relevant and keep it on television. So I don't know if that's the plan, but I would hope if they're going to do that, at least let it be on TV maybe twice a month, maybe.
I think it was a foregone conclusion that AJ and CM Punk were going to get matches on Elimination Chamber because it was in Chicago. But yeah, I think she wins it at Elimination Chamber, and then she holds it to Mania, and then she loses it to whatever, if it's a singles match or a multi-woman match, whatever they're going to do with that, because it seems that they're building the Natalya Maxine feud into that. So I don't know how they they get that off. But yeah, I mean, she'll be there.
I am.
Just the other part timer will be there the whole month of when they need to be there, and then we go home because she's part of the week. She's part of the week too.
I am over the I'm over the Maxine Dupree thing, to tell you the truth.
Why?
It just doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. Just I feel like it was. Was it a cool moment at Madison Square Garden when she won a championship? Yes, it was. Great moment. I was there. Whatever. I just feel like it's just not there with her. Can she cut promos? Yes. I just feel like her in-ring work is a little less than me to be desired at times. And I feel like she kind of needs the right dance partner to help her out, which is why I guess they're doing it with Natty right now. Because I feel like Natalya has always been like the gatekeeper of the women's division, where it's like if you put like a female wrestler in with her and they tell her how it works, maybe then you get the boost. But I'm just kind of over it. I never really saw it as like it was cool in the moment, but it just faded very quickly for me. I don't know. I do like the Natty gimmick change though. I do like the Low-Key Legend. I think that thing is awesome. I know she was wrestling in AAA with it for a little while, and it really clicked. And she was doing GCW Bloodsport and stuff like that. So it was really cool to see. So I do enjoy like the character change, but Maxine for me is just not something I'm like I'm over the moon about.
You know what? With the Natalie thing, I hear you. I do like it too. I just wish that it would have. I just wish that she would have, or they would have done this earlier. I mean, some years ago, earlier, or before rather. Not saying that it's not good now at her age. I guess I'm just looking at it. I wish they would have done this some years ago for her. But no, I agree. I do like the Natalie gimmick change. Maxine Dupree, I do see your point about the in ring work. It definitely needs to improve, but I do think that she hopefully they can somehow get that figured out soon. I don't know how they'll be able to do it, but
And look, it's no slight to her at all.
I think she works fine.
I don't know.
What do we like? I don't understand. What are we looking for? We're looking for everybody to be Kurt Angle and Charlotte Flair, and like no, everybody's not a perfect looking wrestler. Just get the job done.
No, I'm not looking for Charlotte Flair or Kurt Angle. I'm not. I just think if you're gonna hold a championship within the company, especially like a mid card championship, I feel like your in ring work has to be very good. And I don't think it's at that level. I think at best it's average. But again, that's me. I'm not stepping in a ring. I'm not wrestling. So who am I to say it, right? But I just feel like if I have a mid card champion, I need the wrestling to be A1. Now that's just me. Because I feel like the lineage of the women's intercontinental championship goes from Bird Lady, who's an amazing wrestler. Then it goes to Becky Lynch, who is really good as well. And then it's like to Maxine, who is not on their level. And then you're going to go from Maxine to Becky. And then where you're going to go from there to AJ Lee, who was a good wrestler, but that was also 10 years ago. So it's like, where are you really going with this? You know?
To be honest with you, this is WWE. This is not like, AEW or anything. Nobody cares about that fucking match. Like, we just want promos. We want fucking not high spots, but we just want cool looking shit. Like, I don't put emphasis on her work, bro. Like, she works fine enough to get the job done. That's really all. Like, nothing. As long as you're not totally ass in WWE, and you can work to their parameters of what they like to work in as far as match work wise, then as long as, like I said, your charisma gets you off on the screen, then you're fine. Like, I don't, like I said, I can watch certain other federations, if you want to call them, for work, and then I can watch other ones just for the spectacle entertainment of it. And I don't really rate work because in WWE, when does that matter? It never matters. It's never mattered. Who like Stone Cold Steve Austin, was he a great worker? No. He wasn't, this Bret Hartish, Shawn Michaelish type of dude. Not when he got to WWE, when he's in WCW was. But when he got WWE, he wasn't that guy. Diesel.
I feel like
John Cena. Like, I can go through a list of people that are average workers that are probably the most over people in the company. So it doesn't, I don't know, like work doesn't get you over, not in WWE anyway.
It doesn't, but it should. But I guess we'll leave that for another day.
Is this dude sleeping?
I thought he was. I'm just sitting back listening, and I was also looking at the Winter Olympics. Had that on in the background.
The Winter Olympics, this man.
Yeah,
said. You just watch sports to watch it. You don't even like. It just doesn't.
It was on
the Winter Olympics. Who does that?
People.
Crazy
hey, you know what? Hey, you like tomatoes? Hold on. You like apples? I like oranges. So, hey, it is what it is.
I like kiwis.
All apples.
Yeah. I'm
I
trying
like
to
kiwis
learn.
over here, so.
Oh, kiwi. He likes kiwis, which I love kiwis. I'm trying to learn curling. That's one sport I never understood. What is curling?
I have no idea.
Like,
not the slightest clue,
bro. Slide the ball down the ice. Like,
yeah, I feel like it's shuffleboard on ice. That's what I feel like.
It kind of is. It kind of is. I never watched it, so I couldn't tell you shit about it.
Yeah. I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm trying to understand it more. Yeah. Hey, I'm just saying, man. Hey, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But Elimination Chamber is coming up. Excuse me, end of this month. So the bill for that is going to get big. Hopefully, we will get more clarity of who's going to be in the men and women's Elimination Chamber match. I'm still wondering. We didn't see Bianca at Mania. I'm still wondering if I'm not Mania, Rumble. Are we going to see her at? Are we going to see her possibly come back in some capacity at Elimination Chamber?
I mean, if I want to believe the rumors, she's supposed to come back after Elimination Chamber, or at Elimination Chamber. I don't know why she would go at Elimination Chamber, because that would kind of mean that she's in Elimination Chamber, which I don't know why you would do that. But I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a lot of buzz around her name, so it's probably something that she is coming back soon. I would just hold her till after Chamber, bro. Like, if you're gonna shoot her right at Jade, just shoot her right at Jade. It doesn't need anything. She doesn't need a reason, really.
Well, I do think she does come back. It's tough because the only way I can roast, I have to look and see what the other matches are for the women's Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that's the problem too. Also, because Liv hasn't picked a champion yet. My bad. Liv hasn't picked a champion yet, so she might have to go in there. She might have to go to Elimination Chamber. I'm
only saying I think it's going to be Liv or Stephanie at WrestleMania. I think that's pretty clear cut, set and dry. The problem is that I know Triple H said they can pick and choose whichever one they want to, right? If there's a surprise entrant in these next coming weeks for the elimination qualifying matches, it's probably a dead giveaway who it is, right?
One would think.
I would think so. But I also think if they don't have to have her in there, who are you realistically going to put in there in place of her to say that's a WrestleMania match for the women? Because the SmackDown roster, it looks like Jordynne Grace is up next, but is she going to be in the Chamber? Or is she going to fight her Elimination Chamber? You know,
she's fighting her next week.
She's fighting her next week. Okay, so there's that. I missed that.
Or this week, actually. Sorry, Friday.
I must have missed it on Friday. So you had that, right? Do you have Raquel in the Chamber? Do you have her win the Chamber? Do you turn that into a triple threat at WrestleMania? Do you do something like that?
I would hate that for Liv.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's almost kind of like they kind of have to have her back by Elimination Chamber. But again, you paint yourself into a corner because if she's in it, you already know she's going to win it again. So it's like, unfortunately,
or you can put it in a triple threat or something like that, so they don't directly touch you. You can do it some different ways.
I guess you could, but it almost kind of feels like kind of forced either way, in a way.
Yeah, the problem is you don't know the field, so I guess we gotta wait and get a couple more people in to see kind of where it is. But it's just Rhea, right? That's the only woman that's qualified, right?
It's just Rhea.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, Rhea
and Stratton. Those are the only two.
Oh, yeah,
Stratton did win, yeah. So Stratton
I do not, for the life of me, I do not want to see Stratton versus Jade again. I don't. I do not want to see it again. It's over. It is done.
Yes.
I don't want to see it.
I think it's kind of it feels, just walking it through, it feels shoehorned, bro. Like Bianca has to win that. She has to win it.
She has to.
Because it feels like Liv now, like you just said. Do you put a wrinkle into the Liv Stephanie program and putting Raquel in there to kind of get that Judgment Day spotlight on it? Yeah, you can do that.
But again, you would also kind of ruin her moment too.
Yeah,
because she hasn't.
Yeah.
So therein lies the problem. Do you have Roxanne Perez in there? It's the same thing. It's the same.
No, I don't think Roxanne's in there now.
But I'm just saying in general, like where do you even go from here? I do think Roxanne Perez though fights AJ Lee at some point down the road for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know when. I think there's probably a match at some point. But again, it's just I feel like it's backing themselves into a corner. You don't have anybody on SmackDown that's really viable for Jade, unless it's Tiffany, but no one wants to see that match again. So it's like, where do you really? But again, do I want to see Charlotte in the WrestleMania match again for the championship? I know she's a needle mover.
I think people will this year. Yeah,
I know she's a needle mover. I get it, but it's like you're gonna have her win the Chamber the year after she wins the Rumble. Like it almost kind of feels like it's like you don't have it. Like unfortunately, you don't have anybody else to build it up with. But is that the best you can come up with? So it's almost kind of like you have to hope that she's back by the Chamber. I don't know what the situation is with her injury or whatever the case is, but obviously they're talking about her, so she must be. Well, the rumors are she's coming back soon, so she's got to be close. So, do you put her in that Chamber? Do you not? Because
I think you have to.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other way to get around it. You if the plans are for Liv to pick Stephanie, you gotta. How else do you get to Jade then? Because if she picks that, here's the thing. That's the thing, though. Do you wait for Liv that Monday after Chamber to actually pick somebody? Maybe, yeah.
But how do you?
It's kind of messy on the women's side. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of messy.
See, that's the thing. How would you even write a program between Jade and Liv in a span of?
They got heat from the past.
I guess they do, but it's like, how do you really kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like they're kind of stuck. I think it's Bianca or bust, to tell you the truth.
Or it could be Liv. It could be Liv picking Jade. Like I think that's the thing that we think is not going to happen. So we're not paying attention to it, but it's very possible that Liv can beat Jade.
Yeah, well,
Um,
and you know
Oh, it's
what? For
possible.
also too, your two winners, they're on Raw as well too. So you kind of this is just my personal opinion. I always feel like when you have the women and the men, the winners for the Royal Rumble, I feel like it has to be a balance. It can't just be two on SmackDown or two on Raw. I think it has to be a balance because you know
And
yeah, I think you have to have one of them over there so that way it keeps the other one interested because that was one of my biggest issues years ago. I think what was it, Survivor Series? It felt like Raw was winning all the time or whatever for like 3 or 4 years. I hated it. I'm like, dude, give SmackDown a chance to win so their
and
stars can shine
and
or
even
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
and even too, like you just said, it's the same thing how it is for the Chamber with the men. Roman Reigns won the Chamber. Yeah, he goes back and forth between the Rumble. He goes back and forth between shows, but we know he's fighting Punk. So it's
Correct.
like you're gonna have Paul, LA Knight, or whoever else gonna win the Chamber. Like
mhm.
it's kind
Hey,
of a
hold up.
SmackDown guy.
Can the morons that are trying to put Finn in the WrestleMania main event, can y'all stop, please? Can y'all stop? Y'all getting on my nerve. I'm tired of seeing that fucking tweet. Like, if I see another fake AI with Romans, like, who
What?
who the fuck is Finn Balor to nosy his way in a fucking WrestleMania match? What are you talking about? What are you like, guys?
Who is
He's
Finn
won
Balor?
2 matches. He's won 2 matches in
Who,
13
oh,
months. You
hold on, hold
serious?
on, hold on, hold on. Who is Finn Balor?
Bro, I don't care about his mystical great wrestling performances in the Far East. I don't care about none of that shit. He is not the caliber of CM Punk and Roman Reigns to fit his ass in to a goddamn WrestleMania main event. I don't care if he's a great worker. I don't care about none of his past accolades. He is not the caliber of fucking CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
He might not be, but let's take it easy on
Why
the
are
Finn
you
Balor.
putting him in my goddamn main event?
I, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
You are.
I'm
You're
not.
the mayor. You have to
I'm
take
not.
goddamn. You
No,
have to take accountability.
I'm
Okay,
taking.
for your
I'm taking.
constituents.
No, no.
Okay.
Look. This isn't my thing. Okay. The Finn Balor disrespect is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna
I ain't
lie to you.
disrespecting.
Finn
I
Balor,
ain't disrespecting.
Finn Balor to me. I'm not saying he should be champion. I feel as if he never hurt his shoulder on that fucking uh uh
Barricade.
barricade bomb that Seth did and tore his labrum, I feel like his trajectory of his career would have completely changed. I feel like
To what?
he would have been a multiple champion. I'll tell you that much. The,
Okay,
the,
AJ Styles is a multi-champion. Tell me, he's like, what do you in
whoa.
WWE, sir? Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
No,
I don't care about anything else but WWE when I'm talking right now.
I
I'm
understand. I
he
get it.
is not
But
the caliber to get a main event spotlight, and I'm not disrespecting him. I'm just telling the truth.
he would have been.
He would have been what?
He would have been because he was that damn good in NXT. And I feel
If
as if
CM Punk didn't get a main event until 2026, when the hell would he be a main event caliber player, bro? He was he was
2016,
with Roman and Seth right after them.
he
So
was
who is he replacing in that main event scene? Who is he fighting in that main event scene? He's
in,
fighting no.
in 2015, 16. Are you talking right now?
I'm talking about period, bro. Like he was not
When
No,
getting
no,
no
no, no,
goddamn
no,
main
no, no,
event
fair.
with Vince
No,
McMahon. With Vince
no,
McMahon running the goddamn show, he's gonna
because
make
he
you serious.
because he got hurt once and he never got that push again. I'm telling you, he won that match at SummerSlam. He tore his labrum. In the main event scene in 2015 and 16, it was Lesnar, it was Reigns, it was Rollins, whatever. When they did the brand split in 2016, he could have been champion of SmackDown back then because it was AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose. It was those guys. It was Jericho and Kevin
Again,
Owens.
Cena.
Yeah, but Cena was part-time at the time. It wasn't like he was fully
He was still champion.
Still, they could have used him. When Kevin Owens was champion, he was Big Cass was in the main
All
event
of
picture
those-
for 2 weeks.
All
Big Cass was
2 weeks.
Big Cass was in the main event picture. He could have easily replaced Big Cass.
And look how goddamn well that went, brother. I'm not dissing that man or nothing. I know, like, come on, man. We know how Vince booked. He would never main event. He would be a dude that wins that shit at SummerSlam and loses that shit at fucking Rumble. He would never main event under Vince. We know this. We know this. I know when champions that he likes to give the fans, their little crumb. That's usually the summer, and then that usually ends around Royal Rumble, and then he puts the big players in there, and he goes off and he makes his money. He wasn't gonna. That's what he was gonna be. Hey, good living, bro. That man he's a A1 Hall of Famer. Not saying anything about his career, but we know the booking practices of these two people that have run this company for the last some odd years. He was never going to be on that level. They would never put him on that level. It's the sad truth. It's sad, but he's not. He was never going to be on that type of front of the card level. No.
I mean, I think he would have been, especially with the demon gimmick, he would have been on top of the world. That was when he was doing when he was
over and then on the top of the card. Over, would he been over? Would he been worthy of championship runs? Yeah, I didn't say that. I said he would not be a WrestleMania main eventer.
He might have been. You never know. I'm telling you, the demon stuff would have been really good if he never got hurt, because he would have been, and even in 2016 when they did, like I said, when they did the brand split, he could have been the champion in one of those shows. It would have been fine because they had two champions, so it would have been cool. Either he was a SmackDown champion, he was going against AJ Styles or Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, or The Miz, or whatever they had going on over there, right? And then on Raw, it was between, I think it was Seth and I think Roman was the United States champion at the time. So you could have easily did something with Finn at that point. I believe he could have been a champion for a little while during that time frame. Maybe not now because
let's play a game. Let's play a game real quick. Okay. I'm gonna go from 2014. That's the end of Punk's run. I'm gonna go on. Okay.
Well, he
just
okay.
CM Punk was a champion. We just went over this 400 some odd days. Then did he main event a WrestleMania?
No, because the main event was John Cena versus The Rock.
Did he main event? He was champion for over a year. No. Did he main event a WrestleMania with the WWE title?
No, because it was because the main event of the year he was champion was John Cena and The Rock, right?
When was the match though, James? When was the match? Middle of the card, was it not?
I think I don't remember the exact
pretty
time.
Much, I'm pretty sure it was CM Punk versus Chris Jericho or some shit.
It was
middle of the fucking card.
It was, yeah.
That's CM Punk, by the way. He was the most over dude at that time. Oh, more over than John Cena, who is his better in that generation. So if I put that case in front of you and then bring you Finn Balor, when I'm pretty sure they still only have one night of WrestleMania.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure people, like we just said, Roman, Brock, Roman, was that too? When did Roman lose the title in the Royal Rumble? What year was that? That was 2016. That was the same year that Finn got hurt, right? Mm-hmm. Was Roman Reigns a main eventer when he fought Triple H, or was that fucking match 5th on the card?
I'm pretty sure it was pretty high on the card. That was 10 years ago. I don't remember too much about 10 years ago.
I don't remember when exactly.
I'm pretty sure it was the main event,
sure it was
if I'm not
fourth
mistaken.
down. It was not the main event.
It had to have
It was
been.
not the main event.
It had to.
Hold on.
That was
At SummerSlam?
No, at WrestleMania. Wasn't that WrestleMania 30?
WrestleMania 32. WrestleMania 30 was the triple threat between
32.
Daniel Bryan. Yeah, it was
Okay.
Daniel Bryan.
32. That was trying to think. That was in Texas. No, yeah, I think Triple H and Roman was the main event.
Because I can't think of any other match that would have been it. The only thing I remember from that night was it the ladder match? I remember. I think the other match was John Moxley or Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, it was Roman Reigns and Triple H for the belt because you remember Hunter won the belt at Rumble from Roman Reigns. Once Roman because Roman put the belt on the line at Rumble, and if he got eliminated, he loses the belt.
That was AJ Styles' debut.
Yep.
Yeah, Roman was the headliner, so I'm gonna take that one. But
Matter of fact, Roman has headlined I think every WrestleMania since 32. I'm thinking right.
Just no, the WrestleMania 33
No.
he didn't. I don't think.
No, he did. No, he did. He was the headliner. I mean, he was the main event at 33 because it was him and Taker.
It was Taker. Yeah, it was Taker. And then he hit, and then it was
Brock Lesnar against Roman at
and 35 he wasn't because that was Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You're right.
And then
he stepped away.
He's main evented a lot of goddamn WrestleMania. My point is that in that box is where Finn Balor, AJ Styles, then CM Punk, who else is a Kevin Owens, those type of guys. That box is where Vince had them. Kind of where Triple H has them too was just you're championship level, but when it gets to the places where they need the money, they're not going to main event anything. That's not a knock. That's just how business practices work in that company. They're not going to put him over anybody else that has a bigger name. Especially back then, I'm pretty sure that they still did the one night fucking Mania. So you're not doing that's not going to happen. Not at that time. That's all I'm saying. I'm not dissing the man. I'm just telling that's the business practices. We all know that he's not main eventing over Brock Lesnar or main event over Roman Reigns or main event over the women that I just named. Like Bianca Belair or Sasha, like he's not main eventing over none of those people. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of Roman Reigns, he graced us with his schedule. So pretty much after Chamber, he's going to
didn't have to do it either.
He graced us with his part-time schedule. So and then Brock Lesnar, he announced that he is going to come back not next Monday, but the week after. Yeah, the week after.
Atlanta.
So it's in Atlanta. So I think so it's the week before Chamber. Are you guys expecting anything big? First of all, from Brock Lesnar, him coming out just cutting a promo and that's about it, or what?
I think that's a confrontation for Oba. Probably if they're doing an Oba Brock match at Mania, I think that's probably what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're loading up no, probably not. But I did see also somewhere that Roman Reigns was advertised for this week's Raw for some reason. By the way,
He might be,
maybe, but no.
You could ask him. I mean, you're part of the Tribal Chief crew. You can ask him.
I tried to text him. He said BRB. And he busy. He got to get he got to work in the fight training camp and stuff like that. Yeah. We good though over here. We resting up, and we'll see y'all a little bit. But no, listen. I don't know. Like I said, I think that's prime Oba confrontation. I think.
Yeah, I don't see how. I don't see how that's any other way for WrestleMania. I feel like it was already written in the stone. That Rumble when they went face to face. So I feel like that's probably the one match in the card that would make sense because it would basically be like him and Brock are basically. I feel like they're going to get booked the same way because when Brock came in 2002, he was throwing people around, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're doing the same thing with Oba. Oba's just tossing people around. He threw Ivar and Eric around like they were no but like rag dolls.
Yeah, he
Like
did.
it's like it's very to me anyway because a lot of my experiences come from that 2002 to 2000 like 9-ish kind of range. Like it felt very Brock Lesnar kind of vibe towards it. Like I think the first night he showed up in Toronto, if I'm not mistaken, um, he ran through I think Maven, Al Snow, and Spike Dudley, and he threw Spike Dudley around like it was nobody's business. And
Who, Brock?
yes, I think
Yeah.
that's who it was, and I felt the same when I watched Oba. I feel the same exact way. I feel like he threw Kit Wilson around that ring like it was nobody's business. And
For sure.
if you put him in there with Ray Phoenix or one of these Lucha guys, he'll throw him around like it's nobody's business either. So I think that's the only comparable comp/match you could have for Brock at WrestleMania. And I think that would be something where it's like not the passing of the torch, but I think it's definitely something along the lines of like this is our future and this is what you were and this is our future.
What if they give us a triple threat match? Gunther, Brock, and Oba.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a lot of beef in that ring.
Pause. Wow.
That's a lot. That's a lot of beef in that ring, bro. That's like a ton of beef right there. Oba's probably 330 pounds. Lesnar got to be close to 280. Gunther's got to be 250. That's a lot of beef in that ring. To quote the great Booker T, "We ain't talking no bread. We ain't talking no water. Just eat."
No, that
Yeah,
that would actually that might actually
I
that would
think I
cook
want
at
that.
Mania. That would cook at
I think I
Mania.
want that. That shit, it only got to be like a 10-minute match too, because they just throw each other around for
Exactly.
10 minutes.
Yeah, you can definitely.
No,
do that.
that's a good match.
Like a
That's a good
15-minute
match.
match, just throw each
Oh,
other around and leave. That's all.
does Paul Heyman come out with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think so. Yeah, especially now because Breaker's on it. You might as well just
Even if Breaker is out, I think they're loosely tying him to the division.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Drew McIntyre? What did you think of his promo?
You want to go first, Jay? Or you want me?
You can go first.
I think it was weak.
Mm.
Very weak. Then, first of all, nobody said that the title was a secondary title. Where did you get that from? Because somebody said the title makes the man. Yeah, that title was held by some of the greatest of all time. Yeah, that title does make a fucking wrestler. So I'm just trying to understand. First off, I started at the beginning of the night. Cody, I don't know what the fuck you were rambling about, brother. You had a bad night.
Hold on, Raheem.
First,
no comment.
It was not even the first couple of days of Black History Month. You calling yourself Raheem, brother? You need to go to sleep. Take a nap, bro. Take take some time off, brother. I don't understand why that needed to happen. Also, you said they got to mention your name. Nobody said your name. I mean, they were talking about Drew. They were talking about you. What? Just making shit up. And Drew out here, they think the title's a secondary title. Nobody said that. Who said that? Not a lot of feelings. He came off. No, I thought I was gonna hear some fire, like some angry shit. He just sound ultra emotional. Like that shit hurt his feelings. And I'm like,
because it might not have been that way but it was kind of implied that it was a secondary title in that moment.
So your headcanon changes the words of somebody else who actually said it.
No.
Again, that sounds emotional. That doesn't
if
sound like logic to me.
If might be logic, might not be logic. I think what Drew was saying was essentially if this title is a secondary title, now I hold it. That title was created because Roman Reigns was running rampant for fucking 4 years with it, and they gave it to Seth. Now all of a sudden, the secondary title is now the big title. Because
who said secondary title for you to think that it said
You know what?
secondary
I
title?
I need to go back and listen to that promo again. I need to go back and listen to that promo.
He said, and I quote, you can go after the dude that the title makes the man, or you can go after the man who has made this title. That's what he said. That's the lines about the titles. He didn't tell nobody that they're secondary champions. He didn't call the WWE champion the secondary championship, and Roman for sure didn't fucking imply that because he's the one that belt was made for. So
no, it's not. It's not the idea that they said it or whatever. It was kind of implanted that not that they said it directly, but the way they were talking about it and talking about Drew is the reason why it came off that way. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think when they're talking about it, it's more or less like, yeah, we know he's champion over there. We know he is, but this is about us. And there's like, he don't need to go fight Drew, whatever, so on and so forth. My memory's a little shot. I don't remember exactly what he said. I apologize. I should know. But Drew's promo to me, all he was essentially saying was, now I have the belt that everybody wanted. Now I have it. And now people are saying, we don't care about that. It's Roman's versus Punk at WrestleMania. I'm not saying that's what they said. Drew probably took it that way in kayfabe, in the promo, and said it that way. And to be honest with you,
somebody doesn't say that it's a secondary title. I don't understand how everybody on that app, everybody on this streaming service we're going to be on, everybody in the world says CM Punk said that the WWE title is a secondary title. Where do you? It's not a line in there. I don't get the interpretation of what he said, other than to say that he hates Drew and all of that shit talking that he was doing to Drew. Just sound like shit talk to me. Nobody said that the title was meaning or secondary to this title or that title. He said that title makes the man, because that title was held by Roman Reigns for over 1,000 fucking days. That title has all the prestige, so that title makes him the man. But the man made this title. How is that calling somebody a secondary champion? How does that get into everybody's head that he's calling somebody a secondary champion? Because he said he earned and made this title, and that title makes him the man. Tell me how that's interpreted.
But how many strays did Drew catch in that Romo?
Because they have
Roman
a heated rivalry.
No, I get it. But obviously, in the Reigns and Punk promo, he was saying, I feuded with him for so on and so forth. And Roman Reigns said, I beat him maybe 3 times. Take a ticket. Like, in regards of saying the champion makes the man. So essentially, I think the way he took it was, in kayfabe, I'm the champ. Yeah, he beat me a couple times, but I'm champion now. So what do we do? Why you got to mention me for? Why we got to do this? Why?
Because he's the other champion.
But
he was going to be a part of that promo. Just because CM Punk put him down, so the argument is maybe CM Punk shouldn't have went as hard as he went.
Reigns did too.
Reigns didn't say anything. No, Reigns defended him. Reigns said, bro, the dude is 4 times bigger than you. What are you talking about? It's the easy way out.
Right.
And you can say you beat, I don't get it. You can say you beat somebody. He beat him 3 times. So what?
Right, but don't you think in the same context of that, it was thinking like, yeah, you beat me, but who cares now at this point?
No. I don't get. I beat him like because he said get in line or something like that. Okay.
No, take a ticket. I beat him maybe 3 times.
Something like that. I don't remember exactly what he said. I really thought he said you can get in line. I beat him like 3 times or forever or some shit like that. But the person who was going at Drew was not Roman Reigns. It was CM Punk. Let's get that out of the way. It was definitely not Roman Reigns. Roman didn't say anything about it. Literally, Drew said that the one guy was protecting him.
No,
so
Roman.
we know who he's talking about.
Well, Roman did take a shot at him.
Yeah, a kayfabe shot.
Yeah.
CM Punk was out here shooting at that man's face. No.
That's exactly
the point.
though.
That's not the point because the point is the words were not said that Drew is a secondary champion, and he's harping on that somebody said that this is a secondary championship, and all the locker room in the back of SmackDown should be outraged that they said it. Oh, the fuck they didn't say that. Now you want to say that he went too hard? That's a different story. That's a different story and a different topic. CM Punk should have not went overboard in that way. But it was, you have a common opponent that is now the WWE champion. I beat him, you beat him. That's really just telling me, I mean, you don't watch boxing and stuff like that. Chris, you do. A lot of commentators bring up liked opponents or I can't think of the word right now, but the opponents that they have in common opponents. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get how that, maybe the verbiage from CM Punk maybe is what turned everybody off. But when you have a common opponent that's on top of a mountain, then you say, yeah, I beat him too. You beat him, I beat him. That's why this match is big. Because we both beat a champion that's a current champion right now, and we're going at it. Now, yeah, CM Punk went a little too hard. Did Roman need to say he beat him 3 times and I beat him forever and all of that? No, probably not. But I don't get the my major problem with the promo is that you're literally making something up. Nobody called that a secondary championship. If you wanted to say, that he did say I fought hard to get the title, but the title makes the man. I think really that was the thing that pissed Drew off, because that wasn't a promo kayfabe. You can say whatever you want. He was mad as shit. And you can see it in his eyes. So maybe because that inference of saying the title makes the man is probably insulting to a wrestler. But again, I guess that's the situation you got to take up with Punk, because like I don't know, like I didn't feel like it was overboard. Like it wasn't
Well, Drew,
ace. It wasn't like,
of course you don't. Of course you don't, Fair.
I'm not a Punk. Like, I'm not a Punk guy.
Roman can't do any wrong.
What does Roman have to do with it?
James, just know this. Roman could have went and said, I'm going to SmackDown and I'm gonna smack the shit out of Drew, take his title,
and I've been winning.
Really, and guess what? He'd be like, Roman didn't do anything wrong. We over here chilling.
I would have been winning.
We're over here chilling.
Bro, you're saying something different
over here.
That's different. That's absolutely different. If I'm going to go slap the shit out of somebody, yeah. I mean, yeah, go slap the shit out of them. But again, the inflammatory words that people got mad at was not Roman Reigns. So that's all I'm saying. And when you look at Punk, I'm just saying I didn't feel
Roman can't do no wrong. Nope.
What did he do?
He can't do no wrong. You know what?
Did he do?
I'm gonna go back and I'm going to rewatch that promo.
And the only thing you can say is that he said that he beat him 17,000 times. That's the only thing that you can say that he said. That's the only thing. Oh, I'm sorry. We beat you. And before the bloodline, by the way.
Who is this we?
We.
You got Uso attached to your name?
Yeah.
Is there
Got tattoo. My tattoos is coming next week. We're gonna start on tattoo.
Did you change the name to
That's
Fatu or something? Like, man, I don't get it, man.
Fair is the translation to Fatu.
Oh my God, this is nasty work. You know, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in because we're done with this crap. Okay, we're done with this crap. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. Follow us on Twitter at X, whatever you call it, at WWTV 2024. Also hit that like, subscribe button. Other way, fair. Also hit that like, subscribe button.
The screen says to me.
Okay. On our YouTube channel. So that way, thank you, fair. So that way, when we go live, like we are now, you will be notified of what's going on. For James, our executive producer, Smitty, and apparently Antoine Fatu, Antoine Uso, whatever his name is going to be now. I'm Chris. We'll see you guys here next week. Smitty, take us out. Yo, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. The 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros.
Acknowledge us.